Hi everybody, Dan Ullman, Mike Beers, special coverage of the $100,000 guarantee Pick 4 at Charlestown on Charlestown Classic Saturday. The sequence, races 9 through 12, and it kicks off at approximately 4:28 Eastern with the $85,000 Robert Hilton Memorial Stakes around a 2-turn 7 furlongs. Mike, let's take a look at your ticket maker play with the first leg, the Robert Hilton. Where are you going?
I'm going to do at least a little bit of spreading in here. I want to use 4 different horses in here. I was sort of polarized by the 7, Power Walker for Tom Amoss. I think there are things to like about him. I wonder how good I really think he is. He was pretty visually impressive last time winning, but I don't know that he was beating the greatest field in the world. I wanted to use him, but I couldn't talk myself into making him an A, so I put him as a B. Poseidon's Prize, the one, seems really logical to me. Really good form, likes this track, blew a field out last time. I have to use that horse. My sort of crazy include was Farley, the 5. I don't know what you're going to get out of this horse, who seems like more of a turf horse, but I'm not so sure he has to be turf. I like that they're shipping him in for this race. I think he's okay. I have a little thing for him.
It's a really interesting spot for some wise connections. You're also going to use the number 9 High Roller for Javier Castellano, a logical horse that should fit from a distance and pace
Shorter
standpoint.
better. I feel like shorter. I know it's a 2-turn 7, but I think the 7 furlongs is way better for this horse.
As we move to my ticket maker play with the first leg, I do like Poseidon's Prize a lot. He's got the home court advantage, being based at Charlestown. 7 furlongs isn't an issue, and he ran a fast race last time out. He just blew away a field of West Virginia breds, and hopefully he can work out a decent trip down towards the inside. My other A is Liar's Dice, a horse that won in the slop last time out, but I liked his race 2 back, if you believe the fig.
Yeah.
A 94 Beyer speed figure. I'm not sure I believe it, but he ran into a very talented and fast 3-year-old in recruiting ready. You're going to know Liar's Dice in the early portion of this race. Maybe he'll even try to go right to the top. And my backup is High Roller, a horse that Mike's going to use. The second leg of this $100,000 guaranteed Pick 4 at Charlestown on Saturday is race number 10 at 7 furlongs, and it's the $100,000 Sugar Maple Stakes. Easy for me to say, at 7 furlongs. $100,000 is the purse. Mike, let's take a look at your ticket maker play and see where you're going.
I like Mia Tori in this race. I make her my only A. I really like her in this spot. I just think she's a good horse, and I also just really like the fact that she has the race here at this distance, and she ran well that day. So I'm going to make her my A. Kinsley Kisses is very logical for Pletcher. I'm not a huge fan of hers. I get that she can win. I'll use her in the Pick 4. I threw Ultimate Holiday in there just because I don't know what we're going to get from her. She has a lot of speed, so I'm expecting them to try and make the front with her this time. She was terrible in the correction last time, but her race 2 back was actually pretty good.
Let's move on to my ticket maker plays, and I basically agree with Mike in here. Mia Tori was going to be my only A, but there's a lot of confusion going on with the Navarro barn right now. So I also used Kinsley Kisses as well. Like you, I'm not a big fan of Kinsley Kisses. I'm very curious to see how this big mare is going to handle these tight turns at Charlestown. But Mia Tori last time out, the inside information, it was a very curious ride. I don't know whether we're trying to teach her rate. I really don't know what was going on there, and she still punched on a little bit in the stretch. And you mentioned her race in the Charlestown Oaks last year. If I have to fool around with this ticket maker ticket, I might make her my sole A. But for now, 4 and 6 are my lone A's.
It's a valid point that you make about the Navarro barn, though. There's something going on there right now.
Let's move on to the feature race of this card at Charlestown, and of course of this $100,000 guaranteed Pick 4. It's the Grade 2 $1.25 million Charlestown Classic. It is our DRF.com Formulator Race of the Day, and free Formulator past performances are available on the Race of the Day event page. We have our own video with the nuts to bolts, A to the Z, everything you got analysis. From a Pick 4 standpoint, Mike, let's throw up your ticket.
Yeah, it's a very good race here. I wouldn't be surprised if any of the 4 horses that I'm using won this race, to be honest with you. I split them up with, sort of the more logical Stanford and Sunny Ridge as my 2 A's. Matt King Cole, I think, is a good horse, and I'm glad he gets the chance here. I'll use him as a B. Imperative could win. I used him as well. I much prefer the 1 and the 2, but I'm not going to be surprised if the 4 or 5 win.
Good fun race as usual as we take a look at my ticket with the 3rd leg, the Charlestown Classic included. Stanford, Sunny Ridge, Imperative. Because he's going to get some pace, it appears, and because he seems to love this track. Matt King Cole, not sure if the pace works to his favor, but he's got some talent. I'll use him as a very deep backup. The finale of this Pick 4, race number 12, $50,000. It's the Confucius Say for West Virginia breds, going 7 furlongs. Mike, there are 2 big names in this race, Charitable Annuity and Slip the Cable. Let's see if you use the 8 and the 9 in your final ticket maker play, and yes, they are your 2 8s.
They're the 2 logical horses. I'd be perfectly happy just to be alive to those 2 horses in this pick 4, then just see what happens from there. They're 2 very good horses, though. I did throw Start Line in as a backup. If everything breaks right in the first 3 legs, especially in the second leg where I basically singled that horse, if I can get alive with the 5 as well, just in case, I would take my chances. He's got to find a way to get past those 2 horses he's facing here, but maybe he can do it.
Maybe he can do it because there is an abundance of speed in this race, and perhaps it would soft slip the cable up and set things up for the number 5 Start Line. As we take a look at my completed ticket maker ticket, we look at it the same way, 8 and 9A. I also want to use the B because if either the 8 or 9 or both stub their toes, I think the 5's the one to directly benefit. It is a fun card at Charlestown on Saturday. The Charlestown Classic is always an excellent race, and we've got a $100,000 guaranteed pick 4, races 9 through 12. All stakes races. An approximate post time for the first leg is at 4:28 Eastern. Good luck.